Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before anything else, I just want to say Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a great holiday. My first video for the year is actually going to be something pretty different, and it's going to be about the brand Furla. I actually noticed that a lot of my videos from last year, which had a lot of views, were mostly about contemporary bags or contemporary bag brands. So I actually noticed that the videos that I had on luxury bags like Chanel or the Louis Vuittons, they didn't really get as much views as the contemporary bag brands, surprisingly. So this made me realize that a lot of people are actually searching more of contemporary designer bag brands rather than the luxury ones, well, at least the ones that view my channel. So I thought to myself this would be a great video to start the year, and it's basically going to be me introducing the brand Furla to you guys because, as the title says, why isn't anyone talking about Furla? So the brand Furla has been around for quite some time now. Furla is an Italian brand and it was founded in 1927. So this brand has been around for quite a while and they definitely have some great quality bags and craftsmanship. I was initially introduced to the brand Furla because of my aunt way back when I was in high school, I think. As you guys know, I've always loved Chanel, so even as a young girl, I always wanted a Chanel bag. This is just a side story, but basically there was this one trip that I did with my family in the States and we visited my aunt from there. And I was, I think, in high school, and she was the type of aunt who also liked her designer handbags. Now I think I remember her asking me like what bag brand did I want, because back then I would always tell my dad I wanted a Chanel. So I think we got to talking about bags, and this was my high school self, like young me, and I was telling her that I wanted a Chanel bag. And then she was like, why not a Louis Vuitton bag, or why not a Furla bag? And then I was like, what's a Furla bag? Because at that point I didn't really know what this brand was. This was way back like more than 10 years now, right? And she told me that Furla actually had really good quality and it's made of Italian leather and it's also made in Italy, so that's something that I should look into. And so that's what actually made me remember the bag, because for my aunt, someone who collects bags like Louis Vuittons and other brands, she actually recommended this Furla bag. So it means that for her, this bag brand actually had some quality in it, because it's something that she'd actually consider using and having in her collection despite her having a lot of other bags. So now, years later in the present, I don't have Furla bags, but I would always look at Furla bags whenever I go out to the mall, and I've always noticed that they really do have good quality. The main reason that I'm doing this video is because Furla's collection right now is really good. There are some current models that I've seen in person, I've touched, I've looked at the quality of, and I think that they're really good quality pieces. And I actually tried doing my research here on YouTube on these specific models of Furla, but I actually can't find any reviews, or if I did, they would be like 1 or 2 reviews of one model. And that's what made me realize, like, why aren't people talking about this bag brand? Because it's such a good quality bag. I feel like people really overlook this bag and its quality, because it's really different when you go to the store and you feel the leather. The types of leather that Furla has, it's actually very comparable to a lot of designer leathers, which is why I feel like Furla really needs more recognition, especially here in the social media world. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 bag models from Furla which are out right now. So these are 4 models that are available on the website and in store right now. I'm going to be sharing them with you guys because I definitely think that these bag models can compete in the bag ranking. So number 1 model is the Furla Primavera shoulder bag. So this one, as you can see, and I will just insert pictures right here, it's a basic shoulder bag, and it's definitely reminiscent of the Praderie edition or the Celine Ava bag that I really wanted. I really still want, maybe. But actually, when I saw this bag, I actually saw the Furla Primavera online first. So I do like updating myself and browsing like the latest products of each brand, and I saw this Furla Primavera on the website and I was just like, oh my gosh, this looks so similar to the Celine Ava bag and also the re-edition. I really love the shoulder bag style look, And so I feel like this will definitely scratch that itch, and it's not going to be as expensive as the Celine Ava bag or the Broderie edition. So talk about the bag first. This Furla Primavera bag comes in 2 sizes. So they have the small size and they have like a medium or a large size. I think it's called large on the website. So it's your typical shoulder bag, and it's like it just has this croissant shape. It's all similar to the Louis Vuitton croissant bag because yeah, I just really love the shape of that, the moon, half moon shape of it, and it's very plush. So this bag is very minimalist. It just has a shoulder strap, and it has like this hardware on one side of the strap, just so if you carry it, it just has like this thing sticking out, like just for design and aesthetic purpose, I guess. I think it's like the Furla logo. I'm not sure. I'll just show you guys what it looks like here. And yeah, no branding or logos or anything. It just has a small Furla stamped in the front, and that's basically it. And it's just a zip enclosure to secure the bag. This bag comes in a bunch of colors. It comes in a military green, a black, a white, a light pink, and a hot pink. I'm not sure if they've released other colors, but so far those are the ones that I saw in store. The medium large is actually a little too big for me, although it will work. I think some people can definitely pull it off, but the small one, I think that's more of like the vibe. For this bag, I would definitely recommend it in either the light pink or the military green. The military green was really nice. If I were to buy only one thing out of these 4 models, this would be it. Because if you watched my previous videos, I'm really obsessing over the shoulder bag type of bag, and I don't have any, except I have the Coach one just over there. But yeah, I really think it's a vibe, and I definitely think that if you're looking for a shoulder bag and you're interested in getting the Broderie edition or the Celine Ava, this will definitely scratch that itch, and it's not going to break your budget either. For the pricing of this bag, I actually couldn't access the pricing on the Furla website, so I actually double checked with Farfetch as well. So the prices actually for everything, they're a mix of either Farfetch or the Furla website pricing. So based on those 2 references, the small size of the Primavera is at $298 US, and the medium or large size is at $328. However, for those in the Philippines, I actually checked because I was actually really waiting for this to come out. I actually went to the store and asked for it about like maybe 3 weeks before it came out in the store, but they didn't have it yet. And then I checked recently and they already have it, and the small size is at around 18,000 pesos and the medium large is at around 21,000. I really like this bag, and honestly I really want it. Actually, I would consider getting all of these 4 models I'm going to be mentioning right now, and these are actually on the top of my list and I really want them. However, I do still have a lot of bags. I keep on unboxing bags, guys, so I can't be buying these things and I don't even go out. So I'm kind of like restricting myself right now, and I'm pacing myself on when I can actually buy things. So a video on these bags will do for now, because as much as I want this bag, it will have to wait. So you guys get first dibs on it. I will live vicariously through you guys if you guys get these bags, because yeah, as of now I can't really buy any more bags. My next recommendation is the Furla net bag. So here's the bag, and this one comes in a mini size, a small, and a large. So it's kind of like a tote bag actually, because the bigger sizes, the small and the large size, are already like tote-ish bags. They definitely look like totes when you wear it. However, the mini one, it's really compact and very cute, and that's why I really like it. I really love the leather on the net bag, because the leather on this is like a grained calf skin. I'm not sure if it's calf or whatever, but it's a grained leather. It's a grained type of leather, and it's very, very durable and thick. I forgot to say earlier that the Primavera, it's a smooth leather, while this one for the net bag, it's a grained type of leather. So definitely the quality on this bag is there. When you touch it and when you hold the leather, you can really see that it's very substantial. So this net bag is basically like an open tote bag, and it just has this like flap lock mechanism, very similar to the Hermes Picoton. So actually when you look at it, like the mini size, yeah, it's very reminiscent to the Picoton, except it's not as smooshy as the Picoton. So I really like this bag, specifically the mini size, because it has the vibe of the Hermes Picoton, but in a different way. Like, it didn't totally copy the shape and design of the Picoton, but it kind of translated it into something else, into a different design that still works. You feel me? So especially in like the tan color. I think that this is something that you can carry, and it actually looks very girly and very dainty. If you want the picoton vibe for less, then I feel like this definitely for you. For the pricing of the Furla net, the mini is at $378 US, the medium is at $465 US, and the large is at around $498. Now these are just a range, okay, because again, Furla website wasn't really working, so I had to like cross-check with Furla website and Farfetch. So this is just like a general range of the bag. For the mini size, it also comes with a crossbody, which is why I really like it. So you can either hold it by the top handle, or you can have it as a crossbody, which also can remind you of like a silly nano bag, if that's your vibe. And the small and the large ones remind me more of like the Celine tote bags. I forget what the exact Celine model is, but I'll just put it down below. Next is the Opportunity tote bag, and this comes in a mini size and the large. So the Opportunity bag is basically Furla's own version of the Dior book tote. So you can see they look almost exactly alike. But the thing is, I'm not into totes. I was never into the Dior book tote. First of all, that's like a lot of money for a tote bag, for a canvas / fabric bag. And yeah, I never really liked the structure of the Dior book tote. But when I saw the Furla Opportunity bag, I was actually interested in it. There's something about the Furla Opportunity that it's very sturdy, and yeah, I was actually pretty surprised when I touched the Furla Opportunity bag, because the canvas of that is very, very sturdy, and yeah, it looked very hard wearing basically. I think it also has studs on the feet. Yeah, I kind of remember it having studs on the feet that the Dior book tote actually doesn't have. So it has studs on the feet, and the mini size actually also comes with a shoulder strap, which you guys know me, I love bags with shoulder straps. So the quality of that, when you carry it, it's going to change your mind. I'm not into totes, I'm not into the Dior book tote, I'm not into like even the LV on the go, but when I held that Opportunity tote, I was like, wow, this is actually something that I could consider, because it really looks like it's a very durable bag for what it is, okay, because it's a canvas / fabric bag. I would definitely recommend that if you're interested in this bag after watching this video, go to the nearest store and check out the Opportunity tote, because it's just really different when you feel it in your hands. Like, it's very substantial. The bags of Furla are basically substantial. It's really different when you're already holding it in your hands. So it's something that you really have to visit the store for, and you have to see it for yourself. So for the Opportunity tote, it just basically has this Furla print on it. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's a Furla design. It has that print all over the bag. It comes in different prints and different colors. So the ones I saw were the blue. So I saw a blue one. I saw a kind of beige version, and then I also saw a red. So I just put more pictures if they have more colors available. But yeah, that's basically what they have. And it's exactly like the Dior book tote. It's just an open tote. I think it's a very cute summer bag, and it definitely looks durable. So the mini one, as I said, has a shoulder strap, which I think can also be used crossbody. I'm not sure with the length. And then the bigger Opportunity tote, the large version, is just like a handheld type. And I think the size is very similar to the book tote. It's not exact, but it's very similar. It's like also big enough. For the prices of these, the mini Opportunity tote is at $288 US, and the large is at $348 US. Again, this is a bag that you have to see to believe, so I definitely recommend that you go to your nearest store after watching this video to check it out. And lastly is the Furla 1927 top handle bag. Now this top handle bag, the 1927, has actually been around for a while. So I think the first three models that I mentioned, these are only designs that came out in 2021, 2022. But for the 1927 top handle, I think it's been around for a while, but I'm adding it here in this video anyway because I feel like it's a classic. So for this bag, it's definitely Furla's version of the Kelly, except reimagined again. But again, because the quality of Furla is really good, it's something that I can't really fault them for having a version of their expensive counterparts. So the Furla 1927 comes in three sizes. It comes in a mini, a small, and a medium large. And they're basically the design of a Kelly. Except the thing about this is, if you notice, it's really minor differences that really change the overall design of the bag. But with the Furla 1927, the handle is really big. Like, the top handle is almost as big as the actual bag. Like, it's very chunky, if that's a term for it. And it also has this like turn lock. It's just the Furla logo and then it's a turn lock. And it's very simple. And the 3 sizes have shoulder straps. So for this Furla 1927, it comes in a bunch of colors. Because it is an old design already, it's been around for a while. They've already created like a bunch of colors on it, so I'll just add the pictures here. And I believe the pricing actually varies sometimes on the type of leather and the color. So for the Furla 1927 pricing, there's the mini at around the $420 US price range. There's a small at $465, and then there's the large, which I actually wasn't able to find, so I'll just insert it somewhere here. So yeah, those are the prices for all 3 sizes. For me personally, I would choose the mini. The small and the large are actually too big for me already. I'm having a mini size moment. So as you can see, for all the models that I shared, I actually picked the mini versions of it because yeah, I think the mini versions are very cute. So those were my bag recommendations from Furla's current collection. You know, the thing that I really like about Furla is that there's no logo, there's not much branding, and it's not very out there. So as much as they're inspired by a lot of silhouettes from luxury designers, like they're inspired a lot by Celine, by Dior, Prada, they get the basic shape, but because Furla as a brand doesn't really shout, it's not very out there, they don't really have logos, it's not like a logo mania kind of thing, it's always just simple silhouettes. They can actually get away with all of these designs without it looking tacky. Because for example, when let's say Tory Burch or Coach does their own version of a really popular bag. So let's say the Coach Pillow Tabby, it's their own version of the Fendi Baguette, right? The Coach Pillow, as much as it's the same shape, they have the logo, they slap the Coach logo on it for the clasp, for the front buckle. So there's a big C over there, which makes it like not as classic as compared to when Furla does it. They don't really slap any big like logo there, so it doesn't look like it's like super copying the other brand. You get what I mean? Another example would be the Tory Burch Eleanor, which is a bag that I actually really like and I might get in the future, also in my list. But the Tory Burch Eleanor is basically their version of the Celine box bag. And again, they just slap a Tory Burch logo in there. So for me, that's what makes it more like a copy rather than something on its own. Because what these brands are doing is they're basically getting the silhouette and slapping their brand on it. Whereas for Furla, they get the silhouette and they just put minimal branding, so it can actually look like a classic and it can actually stand on its own. It can stand on its own without looking like it grabbed the design of other brands. So that's it. That's my video on Furla. Let me know if there are other brands that you guys want to know about or other brands that you want me to talk about. I'd be happy to do my research on them and I'd be happy to give you my recommendations on the current models that all of these other brands have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to connect with me on my social, it's at TrishDLF. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you do, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!